Welcome back everybody to my YouTube channel. This is Natalie Lopez checking in again with you guys all. I hope you guys had a phenomenal weekend and enjoyed it and are looking forward to 4th of July. Today I wanted to show you guys my quick natural no makeup look. Even though there is makeup, it's very lightweight, very quick and easy to do. I am no makeup guru. For all I know, I struggled with doing my own makeup growing up, even till this day, so I'm not a makeup guru, just clarifying that, okay? Be easy on me. Anyway, I tried, I like the very natural look, so typically go with that for my everyday look, unless I'm going out at night or something of that sort. But it's a quick, easy makeup look that seems very effortless, and I hope you guys enjoy. But before we get started, I wanted to share a quick quote with you guys that I hope inspires you today. It says, "Life is like a mirror, smile at it and it smiles back at you." And that is by Peace Pilgrim. So I just thought I'd share this comment today because sometimes we forget to smile, and it's one of those things that it's the vibe that you give out to the world will be returned to you, right? Same as a law of attraction kind of deal. But I know with this world of chaos going on right now, we all need a positive quote or something that inspires and motivates us and help bring positive thoughts back into our mind. So without further ado, let's get started. I hope this resonates with you and you guys enjoy the no makeup look. All right, let's get started. All right guys, so for the first step, make sure you prep your skin. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Color Corrector pen. It's the color green. This is great to offset any redness, if you have any acne or any pimples or any rosacea. So as you can see here, I am patting some of the green photo corrector on any redness on my face before I apply anything. This is after my skincare, of course. Make sure you use your sunblock and you apply any other skincare products that you use prior to applying your makeup. Okay, the next step is using the Maybelline New York Fit Me foundation. This is a matte poreless one, normal to oily skin. I'm combining two colors currently, the ivory and soft sand, number 115 and 124. I'm using a wet makeup sponge. That way my product can go on very naturally, very lightweight. And as you can tell here, I'm patting all around very lightly. Don't press too hard, just very gently pat the product all around the face so it looks very effortless, very natural. I'm combining these two colors right now because this summer I'm a little bit more tan, so you can do that with your foundations as well. The next step, I'm using a Studio Fix Perfecting Stick NW20 from MAC. This is just to correct any areas on my face that I want to cover up or have extra coverage. Here I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Sand. I like to use this to brighten up some areas like my under eyes, my eyelids, around my mouth and forehead area, even on my nose. It gives a very bright contour in the areas that are more darkened. A lot of people who suffer from under eye circles, this is a great concealer for that. If not, if you just feel like you look sleepy, just apply this brightening concealer. It just gives a very natural brightening effect to your face that makes you look more awake, more refreshed and rejuvenated. As you can tell here, I'm using the same sponge I use for my makeup, my foundation. It's still a little wet, and just gently pat around the area so it blends in very nicely and it looks very natural and not too cakey or overdone. The next step, I'm using the e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder to set my foundation. This is in the color Fair or Light. This is a great powder I've been using from e.l.f. It gives a very nice sheer finished look, looking a little bit more matte without looking too oily, and it's very lightweight, so it blends really nicely when you want a very natural settled look. and you don't want something that looks too heavy on the skin. This is just setting my foundation so it's not smearing or looking oily, and it just gives a very nice finishing touch to it all. So on this step, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix NC50 bronzer. It's a great bronzer stick that I like to apply on some areas just to give me a contoured look. Very lightweight again, you don't want anything too heavy, so I very lightly press on the skin so it gives me a very nice contoured brownish look on the areas where I want a little bit of shade. This is really the soft matte foundation stick, but I feel like it gives a very nice contoured look. And sometimes I don't do this for my everyday look, but today, in this particular day, I was going out somewhere, so I wanted to go ahead and apply a little bit of contour on some areas. So if you like that chiseled, contoured look, very defined, this is a great foundation stick to use. Here I am just blending again with the same sponge that I used to blend my foundation with and my concealer with. I like to use the same sponge because again it gives a very natural look. For this step I'm using the e.l.f. blush. It's a very light pink color. It's very pretty, very light again, very natural looking. I just like to blend a little bit in so it gives me some color to my face. Next, I'm using the MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish Powder. This is just to give me a little bit of shine, primarily on my cheekbone area, a little bit around my nose and my chin. Next, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way Setting Powder. It's a translucent powder. I like to use it underneath my eyes, around my nose. I also use it right below where I contoured around my cheek area. This gives a very finished look. This is just a great setting powder in case you like your makeup look to look very clean overall. For this step, I like to apply the Color Science Beauty on the Go palette in the color Neutral Apricot. I like this as a base, as my eyeshadow, because it's very natural. You can barely see it, but it looks really nice. It gives a very nice shape to the eye, and it's a good base shadow to use. As you can tell, I left my setting powder baking for a few minutes, just that way so it blends in very nicely. I'd rather use the brush to set that in and just remove any excess setting powder left over on my face. So for this step, I decided to use the Lancome eyeshadow palette. I wanted to add a little bit of color on my eyelid, so I'm using a very natural light brown shade of color for my eyelid. I'm doing it over the Neutral Apricot base color that I put as my eyeshadow, just to give it a little bit more definition and shape. And it gives a very nice, natural, effortlessly look around my eyes. I'm not going to do too much on my eyes. That's really all the shadow I'll be using for this video, but I will go ahead and apply some mascara in a little bit. Here you just see me combing my eyebrows because I'm about to prep them for a little bit of color as well. I used the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the neutral brown color to match my hair color, of course. And as you can tell here, I lightly stroke around my eyebrows just to give it a little bit more shape, a little bit more definition. Make sure that you don't press too hard when you are applying the hair strokes using your eyebrow pencil, so that way it doesn't look too strong or too dark compared to your hair color or compared to your skin tone. You want a very natural, lightweight look that looks like your own eyebrow and it looks like they are your hairs, and make sure you just do very light strokes around your own natural hair there. And it will definitely give a very finished, very pretty, very natural look at the end. and people will believe they're your eyebrows, so that's the best part. A quick tip, if you felt like you pressed too hard on the color and it's looking too dark for your eyebrows, you can use the other end of the stick to comb the eyebrows through with the color, and it will make it blend very nicely and look much lighter than it originally was. So that's just a little insider tip. Make sure you just follow along your natural eyebrow shape. That way it looks very natural. Don't forget your eyelashes, they want some love too. I'm using the telescopic L'Oreal Paris Carbon Black Mascara for my bottom and upper lashes. I just keep passing over several coats so it looks a little bit darker and so my eyelashes pop a little more. I am not a big fan of the false lashes or the individual lashes that you apply, just because I feel like they damage my own natural lashes and my eyelashes do tend to fall off. So I try to avoid using those, and I primarily just use mascara. So if you guys are looking for a great mascara that provides length and volume, try out the Telescopic by L'Oreal Paris mascara. It is great, I love it. Next thing, make sure you pamper your lips as well. I'm going to use the Burt's Bees chapstick. This gives a very minty taste, which I love, and moisturizes my lips. And final touch here is the Diamond Glow lip gloss, just to give my lips a little bit of color and shine to wrap up my whole natural no makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Maybe you can try some of these at home that you like. Of course, you can skip some steps if it seems too much for you. But if you like the natural look like I do, make sure to check out these products and try it out.